Welcome back, everyone, to Show Me Nourish. Today, I am talking about optimization. Yes, so today we're going to talk about optimization here at Michelle on Demand, and I am very grateful that each and every one of you are here today. So today, let's get started with optimization. So welcome back to Michelle on Demand. It is January 6th. It is the first Monday of January 2025. I'm super excited to be here with you guys. The letter O in Nourish, so show me Nourish. Letter O in Nourish stands for optimize. And today we're going to talk about optimization and how it actually, optimization is a use of your time, right? Optimizing your time, optimizing your day, optimizing you. Okay. So optimization is about making the best or most effective use of your resources or your time, like we talked about. So when you are sitting here today and taking a moment to reflect, which is what I'm asking for you to take a moment to reflect today. And in this reflection moment, I want you to think about where you were in 2024. How did that entire year really play out for you? Did you meet your goals? Did you have a healthy year? How many times were you at the doctor? How many times were you in the hospital? How many times did you not feel well? Now, I want to roll this into how did you spend your time in 2024? Did you go travel? Did you spend time with your family? Did you take the time to really build relationships and find new meanings within yourself and others? We don't think about these things. And when we don't really step back and just take some deep breaths, come on, do it with me. It's important. It's really important to meditate. It's really important to sit and reflect back into who you are, where you're going, and how you want to get there. And the how is the O in optimize. Okay, so do this with me. Ready? So I'm going to put my hands on my desk and I'm going to sit straight up. Okay. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths. I'm going to guide you. All right, here we go. Deep breath in. Close your eyes. Through your nose. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Blow it out. And I want you to realize with every deep breath you take, there is this toxin that you're blowing out. I don't know what your toxins are, but you're blowing them out when you do these deep breaths. Okay, so let's do number 2. Here we go. Deep breath in, close your eyes. Through your nose. 1, 2, 3, blow it out big. Feels good. Doesn't that feel awesome? You're just blowing all of that right out. All right, hands in front of you. Sit up tall. Last one, close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. And hold. 1, 2, 3, and blow it out even bigger. Feels so good. It feels so good. Now, I encourage you to do this several times throughout the day because when we have a moment to actually provide oxygen to the brain and blow the toxins out, we can reflect, we can see the visions that we have for where we're going. And then we're able to optimize our time and how we want to get there. So let's talk about optimizing your mindset because that's important. Your mindset is the foundation of everything that you do, believe it or not. When we speak words out of this brain of ours, those words from our mind, they follow us. They take us everywhere. So what we speak matters. So I want to encourage you today to take your words and be mindful about them. Because when you're speaking them, they're flowing out here and they are taking action, whether you believe it or not. If you're speaking about getting a boyfriend, keep speaking it. If that's what you're wanting, if that's your vision, if that's what you see, speak it. And it will come. If you're speaking about getting married, this man in particular, or this woman in particular, you really want to marry this individual, speak it. Say it to you, say it out to the universe, and it will be. Now, how you're utilizing your time in making those actually happen and take place to get that boyfriend, to make that marriage proposal, that's all based upon you optimizing your time, optimizing your resources, optimizing your abilities, seeing the vision and optimizing that vision that you have and where you want to go, taking a call to action. Okay. So, perfect example, if I want people to come here and I want them to be nourished, I want them to be healthy in their mind, healthy in their body, and I want to show you how to do that through food, then I have to speak it every day. I have to show it every day. And I have to be it every day. So I want to ask you, are you doing or are you being? Great question. Ponder it, because tomorrow on Michelle on Demand, we're going to talk about it. All right, so let's talk about a shift in scarcity mindset. We all have this scarcity, I can't even say this word today, scarcity mindset. Yeah, I didn't say that right. Scarcity. Forget it. You get it, right? Many of us fall into this trap of thinking. There's this thinking about, I don't have enough time. I can't do this. And instead of speaking, I don't have time or I can't do, let's change those words. How about, I have the time to prioritize? I have the time to put into place what really matters to me. What if we spoke it that way? Instead of saying, I don't or I can't. How about saying, I do have time. I do have the ability to make this happen. I do really know what I need to do, and I need to do that today. Isn't that a complete different mindset than saying I can't or I don't? It's amazing, right? So let's talk about prioritizing your mind, and not only just the mind, but the resting of the mind and the reflection to that. We need to reflect. I just spoke about this. We need to reflect. Reflection is important. So every single day, something good has happened to you or for you, but you're not paying attention. You want to know why? Because you're living in this world of doing, constantly doing, and you're not being. You're not seeing your value. You're not seeing your worth. You're not seeing that you matter. And believe me, you matter. What you have to say matters. What you do matters. Who you are matters. You matter. So I want to just pull back a little bit and I want to reflect, because a cluttered mind leads to stress, leads to anxiety, leads to depression. And what I love about what I do is I love showing you the foods that actually help us to distress, that actually open up our mind and give it clearness and clarity. That's what I do. I want you to embrace progress and not perfection. How many of us? I'm one of them. I'm just going to say it now. I'm one of them. I am so much about everything being perfect. And, last year I had to take a step back and I had to realize that not everything is perfect. I'm not perfect. Wow, that was a reality check. I want to be perfect, but you can't be perfect because there's no such thing as perfect. That was a reality check for me. I'm a very OCD person. I like things to be in certain places. To me, everything has a purpose and a reason, right? And if I have not actually dealt with that situation, or if I haven't needed that situation, then I move along because it didn't serve me or I didn't need it. It didn't actually come into play. To me, that is a little bit of sadness that is within me. In other words, I'm not willing to take the time. I'm not willing to take the time to actually see the value of what it served or could have served. So 2024 was that year for me of reflection, sitting back, resting, watching, observing. And that's exactly what I did. And I want to encourage you this year, if you have not done that, to do that. Take the time, observe, pay attention. Know that what you have is a purpose. You have a purpose. Now, what that purpose is, I do not know. I'd love for you to share it with me, but you have a purpose. There's a reason why you're here. God put you here for a reason. And only you know what that reason is. You know what your passion is, your desires are, and you only know your vision. I know my vision. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. Now I have to take calls to action to make them happen. And that's why I'm here with you today at Michelle on Demand. Let's continue to move forward with optimization of nourishment. Okay. And guys, for those of you who don't know, we're snowed in with 12 inches of snow. I only have one door that accesses outside. Or I take that back. I have two doors that actually accesses outside, but you're not going anywhere because the streets are completely covered with snow and ice. Yes, I said ice. We have about an inch and a half of ice that is layered on those highways. So if you're out there, please be careful today. All right. So optimization extends to what you put into your body, believe it or not. Okay, so we've talked about the mind. Now we're going to move to the body. So let's choose nutrient dense foods, right? This is what I love. This is my part right here. Nutrient dense foods. So focus on the whole unprocessed foods, right? I always speak upon fresh foods, always utilize fresh foods. If you're not in a position where you know where your fresh foods are, or you're not sure what fresh foods in the store are, how to obtain them, or which ones to obtain, I encourage you to reach out to me. It's important to know those, to know which nutrient-rich foods you need to eat in order to complete your body, to nourish your body, to give you immune protection, to clear the brain, to detoxify the liver, to flush those kidneys. I can help and guide you through that. So please, by all means, reach out and let's have those conversations. Nutrient-dense foods are rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, polyphenols. These are your nutrient-rich foods, okay? Now, eat intentionally. And I say this in all reality, guys. I'm just going to be honest here. My husband can out-eat me in any day of the week. And when I say out-eat me, yes, in quantity and yes, in time. But I'm more concerned about the time. When we sit and eat food without an intention, then that's scarfing. That's not eating. That's you being in a hurry. Oh, I need to eat, because you don't understand the nourishment that's coming from the food. And that is important. Eating intentionally gives you time to feel the food, taste the food, and know that food. And these are things that I'm working on with my husband and several others. But what I'm trying to say is you need to eat intentionally. And that's what intentionally eating means. When you put your plate together, each one of those foods has a value. And my question to you is, have you seen the value of your food? Or are you just scarfing your food because you know you need to eat, or you're eating because you're bored, or you're eating because you're emotionally distressed, whatever the case may be? I'm asking you to stop that, and I'm asking you to eat with intention. I'm asking you to take the time to take a bite, feel it, taste it, swallow it, and think about it before you take the next bite. Now, this can all go hand in hand. It doesn't take 10 minutes between each bite. I'm just saying that intentionally eating to know what foods are coming in to nourish your body is important. It helps with your brain, it helps with your gut, and it helps with your energy. Okay? All right, so let's talk about hydration. And hydration is super key right now as I'm looking at this big white cloud over here out my window because that's all you can see is white. Hydration is key because especially in the wintertime, we dehydrate. And we dehydrate faster in the wintertime than we do in the summertime. Okay? So dehydration leads to brain fog. Okay, so if your mind is a little jumbled up and you're not quite sure how you're feeling about that, go hydrate. Okay, go hydrate. I do not promote these. I'm just going to say that. I don't promote these. These are not, but quite honestly, I was in the store before the snow fell. I didn't have many choices to choose from, so I chose what I could get. This is not typical, but what I'm trying to say is these can hydrate you quickly. Not what I encourage. There are some other products out on the market. I want you to be mindful when you're looking at hydration products. Watch the sodium levels in those products. If you're someone who doesn't sweat much, those products are not good for you. Okay? If you're someone who doesn't work out and creates a sweat, those products are not good for you because all that's going to do is retain up around the heart because they're loaded with so much sodium, and that's going to cause you cardiovascular disease. Okay? So be mindful about your hydration, but stay hydrated, especially through these winter months. Again, hydration. If you're not hydrated, that leads to brain fog. That's a connection between your mind and the nourishment. When you're mindful of your thoughts, okay, you're more likely to make better food choices. Not only that, but you're going to make better decisions about your life, okay? So just want you to be knowledgeable about this, okay? And you're better equipped to handle challenges that come your way because when you can think clearly, you can handle those challenges that are facing you in your day. I know as an ER nurse, that was one thing I stayed very specific about was staying hydrated because I have a tendency to dehydrate and dehydrate fast. We haven't quite figured it out with my body, but we have figured out how to stay hydrated and hydrated well. But in the ER especially, you got to be on it. You have got to be a whippersnapper, like on it. You got to know what to do it here, do it now, and move forward. Okay. So one of the things that I want to, really talk about with my nurses, especially here, is the fact that you guys really need to be hydrated and at all times. Because if this up here is jumbled at all, that's where we make mistakes. That's where we don't see where we need to be. Okay. So nurses, you know what? I think I'll do a whole course for you guys separately. But in the meantime, this works out very well. Just know and understand that if your mind is, really racing, you're just not quite feeling yourself and the mind's not quite coordinating, you're dehydrated and you really need to get some hydration going. Like I said, this is not something I promote. I'm in a storm. I grabbed what I could get at the store, okay? It's working for now until I can get back out to where I need to go to get what I need, okay? Not only that, my Amazon packages can't be delivered right now, and they're in current state. All right, so questions that you can ask yourself. How can I optimize my thoughts today to stay motivated and focused? Ask yourself that today. What small changes can I make in my nourishment to feel more energized and balanced? Ask yourself these two questions today. And when we come back tomorrow, we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about those two questions right there, okay? We'll answer them. All right, so remember optimization is a journey, okay? Not a destination. Okay, we're not on a destination here. We're on a journey. We're on a journey with your health. And yes, I'm having a bad hair today, guys. I am. By aligning your mindset and your nourishment, you set yourself up for long-term health, which is longevity and quality to life. That's what I am here for. Quality and longevity to your life. Okay. I want you to actually thrive. I don't want you just to survive. Okay. Quality and longevity. That's what we're wanting here. All right. I want you to take some time today to reflect on how you can optimize your areas of your life. Now, there might be some specific areas that you can take a look at, but here's what I want you to understand about this reflection that I'm asking you to do. Who in your life is not serving you? Great question, right? You have a vision. You know where you're going. You know what you're doing. And if you don't, take this time to reflect about where you're going and what you're doing. Okay, in this process, I'm going to ask you these questions. Where is it that you're losing time? Where is it that you are not seeing the value of your health? What is it that you're putting ahead of you and not putting into your health? Are you making time to go work out? And remember, here at Show Me Nourish, I am showing you guys 10-minute workouts 3 times a day that you can do anywhere you work, any place that you're at. Everybody has 10 minutes. Everybody has an opportunity to work out 10 minutes 3 times a day. There's 10 minutes somewhere in your day that you can do this. And these are simple but impactful. So if you're not taking the time to work out, yet you know you need to, or you know you want to, why are you not carving out that time? You know you don't feel good. You know you have no energy. You're drained. Why are you not carving out that time to nourish your body? You know your head is just going 90 to nothing. You can't sleep. You're not getting rest. Why are you not carving out the time to nourish the body so you can nourish the mind, so that you can sleep, so that you can rest, so that you can revitalize, so that you can toss the toxins out of your body? You know that you need to take some time to really breathe. And one of the things that we talked about in Mindful Nuggets this morning, by the way, if you are unfamiliar, I am on a podcast on TikTok called Mindful Nuggets. And we talked this morning about how we are the only species that does shallow breathing. Did you know that? We're the only species that shallow breathes, causing tension, 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 tension. Why? Why are we not taking that time to just deep breathe? And release those toxins? Why do we not drink water? I'm going to tell you why I don't drink water. No, I do drink water, but I'm saying why I didn't drink water for a long period of time. And I'm sure this is to everybody because this is what I hear so often. I don't like water. Water has no taste. I don't like it. You need water. The body is made up of water and it needs to be replenished with water. These are okay, but that's just it. They're only okay and they're really not okay. Okay? Water is okay. Water is what your body needs. Water nourishes. Water also curbs appetite. Now, if you're looking for something else to help you curb your appetite, you've got lemon water. I've talked about lemon water so many times. In fact, I'm getting ready to go make some lemon water, so you can join me live for that. And then there's tea. There's great herbal teas that are hydrating for the body. So somehow, some way, get your water in. Now, I'm going to hear a lot of coffee drinkers come back and say, I get my water, I get it in coffee. Coffee's great in some ways, but coffee's also overdone. And if you're someone going to Starbucks for your coffee, that's not coffee. That's sugar water. That's a diabetic waiting to happen. Okay? All right, guys. So I want to wrap up today's Michelle on Demand by letting you know that Wednesday we have our diabetic reboot class starting at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. If you have not registered for diabetic reboot, Please go register today. Send your diabetics over my way. We're going to teach you how to manage those sugars, what foods you should and should not eat, and how to reverse your diabetes. All right, guys, have a beautiful and wonderful day. We'll be back here tomorrow at noon Central Time for Michelle on Demand. See you soon.